Welcome to Sundust Short Horror Stories, where the past refuses to stay quiet. Tonight's tale unfolds in a small Tennessee town, the spare room. My sister Nora and I grew up in the old farmhouse. After our parents died in the crash, the place passed to us. Nora was 25, freshly divorced. I was 22, still figuring out life. We moved back in together to save money and, honestly, because neither of us wanted to be alone in that big house. The farmhouse had 4 bedrooms upstairs. We each took one, turned the third into storage, and never touched the fourth, the spare room at the end of the hall. It had been Grandma's sewing room, but after she passed when we were kids, Mom locked the door and said it was staying that way. Some rooms need to rest, she told us. We didn't argue. One October night, power out from a storm, Nora and I sat by candlelight in the kitchen. The wind rattled the windows like it wanted in. That's when we heard it. 3 soft knocks from upstairs, not on the front door, directly above us from the ceiling. We looked at each other. Another 3 knocks, patient, deliberate. Probably the house settling, Nora said, but her voice shook. We checked every room, nothing. The spare room door was still locked, key hanging on its hook downstairs where it had always been. The knocks continued every few nights, always 3, always from the spare room. Then came the footsteps, slow pacing across the floorboards, back and forth like someone measuring the space. Nora started sleeping downstairs on the couch. I wore earplugs. But one morning I found the key missing from its hook. That evening, the door to the spare room stood open 6 inches inside. Nothing had changed. Grandma's sewing machine under its dusty cover, bolts of faded fabric stacked on shelves, the old dress form in the corner. Except the floor was clean. No dust at all, in the shape of 2 bare feet side by side right in the middle of the room. We shut the door, put a chair under the knob, and tried to laugh it off. 2 nights later, I woke to Nora screaming my name. She was in the hallway staring at the spare room. The chair was pushed neatly aside, the door was wide open, and on the threshold in fresh dust we hadn't noticed before were 2 perfect footprints facing out this time. Nora moved out the next week. I lasted another month telling myself I was being ridiculous. But every night the pacing grew longer, the knocks more insistent. Sometimes I'd wake to find my bedroom door open, just a crack, cool air drifting in from the hall. I finally left too. The house sold quick to a young couple who wanted land. 6 months later, I saw the obituary. The wife had hanged herself in the upstairs spare room. Note said she couldn't stand the constant feeling of being watched while she sewed. The husband moved out the same week. The house is empty again. But if you drive past on a windy night, slow down near the mailbox. Listen close. You might hear it. 3 soft knocks from an upstairs window, and the faint creak of someone pacing, waiting for the door to open. That was the spare room. If the knocks followed you tonight, please like, subscribe, and leave a review. It helps keep the doors closed. We'll be back next week with more quiet that isn't. Until then, check your locks.